Welcome to lecture 3 of week 4 of the SWAYAM course, open burning. I will be covering in this lecture. What is open burning? Open burning refers to uncontrolled combustion of solid materials in open spaces without pollution control devices like those used in incinerators. Waste burning releases toxic carcinogens like dioxins and furans, which poses serious health risks including cancer. It produces black carbon, a short-lived climate pollutant that accelerates global warming and melting of polar ice by darkening snow and ice surfaces. Exposures to emissions from waste burning contribute to respiratory illness, heart diseases and other serious health issues, especially in vulnerable populations. Open burning of municipal solid waste represent a significant non-point source of air pollution, posing serious environmental and health concerns, particularly in developing countries such as India. A major obstacle to the effective waste implementation of municipal solid waste management system is the general public's lack of awareness regarding the environmental consequences of open burning. Additionally, the failure of some environmental organizations to acknowledge that open burning releases carcinogenic substances further impede progress in addressing this issue. This is the recent issue of 19 April 2025, where fire breaks out at Bandewadi dumping yard in Nagpur. A massive fire broke out at Bandewadi dumping yard early Saturday afternoon, getting a fire tender and rapidly spreading to nearby residential area, endangered hundreds of lives. The blaze, visible from several kilometers away, triggered panic among residents as firefighting efforts faced major hurdles. According to local residents, the fire reportedly started around 1 p.m. behind the premises of a company adjacent to the dumping yard. Earlier in the day, a small fire equipment erupted around 10 a.m. but was brought under control by the two fire brigade vehicles. However, in afternoon, the fire ignited with far greater intensity. Upon being informed, 2 more fire tenders were sent to control. Causes of open burning: lack of waste collection and disposal infrastructure in rural and urban fringe areas, inadequate awareness among the public about the health and environmental impact of burning of the waste, limited access to formal waste management services, especially in informal sectors, low segregation of waste as source, leading to amalgamation of mixed waste that is difficult to process further, cost-saving practices by local authorities or individual avoiding waste disposal fees, cultural or habitual practices, especially in peri-urban and rural communities, delay in waste collection leading to people to burn waste to avoid foul smell and vector breeding, and last, absence of strict enforcement of environmental laws and penalty against open dumping process. The pro of open burning is concerned immediate volume reduction and the low cost. Also, the quick disposal of ordinary waste matter lead to the open dumping process. As far as the cons of or negative aspect of open burning is air pollution, public health risk, climate change contribution due to greenhouse gases like CO2, methane and black carbon, etc. Soil and water contamination, because due to the open burning, toxic residues from burnt waste can leach into the soil as well as the groundwater and may contaminate them, destroys recyclable resources, sometimes fire hazards has been reported at the open burning site. I have already discussed one that recently occurred in Nagpur in the previous slides. Legal and policy violation contravenes environmental law and waste management rule in many countries, including India. This slide shows the impact of crop residue burning. First is pollution, greenhouse gas emission, human health problem. Next is killing of beneficial microorganisms in the soil. Third is nutritional and mineral loss in the soil. Fourth, soil erosion and hardening. And last is smoke and soot particles. This was the news published in Times of India, 9th April 2018, where it was seen that there was a change in fire incident in 2016 and 17. So there was a reduction in the fire incident in 2017. This was the news published in the Times of India in 9th April 2018, where the pollution level shoot up in Haryana. You can see the indicators of the pollutant level, and severity was reported in 14 April to 16 April in AQI, Air Quality Index. This was the news published in October 1, 2023. The reported incident of stubble burning in recent years, and you can see the graph trend. It initially increased in 2020 to 76,500, and it is thereby reduced and reached around 50,000. This slide shows the problem associated with municipal waste burning. The recyclable portion can be burned in this waste, otherwise that can be biodegradable and can be converted into usable products. Organic waste and low WTR are largest waste composition burned. Plastic waste is the third largest burned waste. Black carbon is emitted significantly due to burning of municipal solid waste. There is a potential chronic health problem after long-term exposure of the smoke. This is the graphical overview of the hazardous exposure conceptual model, where the open burning may lead to release of some pollutant gas. The deposition may lead to problem in aquatic body, and thereafter may lead to the problem of the child population, also chain contamination, and due to ingestion adult population is increased. The inhalation of gas may lead to the occupational health hazards, and also due to the contamination of aquatic body, the sediment is also contaminated. Impact on human health. More open burning is prohibited because toxic gases are often emitted, harm human health and our environment. Air pollution created from open burning can cause respiratory diseases such as asthma, emphysema and chronic bronchitis, can irritate the eye and skin, depress the central nervous system and cause hazards and dizziness. Types of solid waste burning. First is residential open burning, in which the main cause is due to the convenience and lack of proper waste management, proper waste collection, common in low income developing nations where less than 50% of municipal solid waste is collected. It involves indiscriminate burning of waste by individuals. Waste may either be never collected or improperly disposed of in open public places like roadside or illegal dump site. It is uncontrolled and harmful. Burning is unregulated and no effort is made to reduce health and environmental risks. Open burning may lead to serious health problems and environmental damage due to the uncontrolled emissions. Other variables influencing residential open burning includes waste reduction. It may be due to the cost saving, and also it may arise due to the control of odor, because when organic waste is not collected quickly enough, it can emit strong odor which promote the people to go for open burning, and this help in minimizing the odor. Next is deliberate open burning, that is landfill and open dumping site. First is purpose of burning waste in landfill and open dump site is in underdeveloped countries often deliberately burn to reduce the volume of the waste. Second is overcapacity and lack of planning. Many dump sites are overfilled or have unknown capacity due to lack of proper planning in their establishment. Third is health and environmental risks. Open burning in landfill is particularly harmful to surrounding population because it occurs close to the ground, exposing people directly to the pollutants arising from open burning. Pollution are not effectively dispersed as they would be burned in higher stack, making the impact on health more severe. The open burning is more problematic in winter season as compared to the summer season due to the inversion effect in the atmosphere. Next is spontaneous open burning, landfill and dump site. First is unintentional fires. Fire can start spontaneously in large piles of debris in open dumps and landfill, often due to the lack of waste treatment at this disposal site, because the waste which are disposed on the disposal sites have the organic fraction. When the organic fraction are decomposed anaerobically due to the condition there, methane is produced, and methane has the problem of burning. Next is similar impact to deliberate burning. The impact of spontaneous fire are similar to those caused by deliberate open burning in landfill, producing comparable air pollution and health risks. Third is toxic emission. Like intentional landfill fires, spontaneous dump fires release dangerous airborne pollutants, and the ash residue left behind may contain concentrated harmful contaminants. Types of solid waste commonly burned. First is household, which may include plastic wrappers, paper, food scraps, textile, raw product, and when the plastic is burned, it releases dioxins and furans, etc. Burning organic waste produces smoke and odor, contributing to the air pollution. Second may be agricultural waste, and the parali burning is very common in northern part of India, especially in Haryana and Punjab, and you have seen that in previous years, in winters, the Delhi is people are most of the sufferers. Next is industrial waste, includes packaging material, treated wood, rubber and scrap materials. Some materials contains chemical or heavy metals which release toxic pollutant when burned. And the next is medical waste. In some area may include syringes, bandages, contaminated gloves and other infectious waste, and as per law the open burning of these type of waste is prohibited, and they are supposed to be incinerated in scientific incinerators. Burning is sometimes practical in rural clinic or under-resourced health center lacking proper disposal system, release hazardous pathogens, toxic smoke, sharp waste residues, posing serious health risks to nearby communities and waste handlers. Impact of open burning of solid waste. First is environmental impact. It may be in form of air pollution or the toxins, especially dioxins and furans released from the open burning. It may lead to soil and water pollution, or ultimately due to the air pollution, it may lead to the climate change as it contributes to the greenhouse gas emission. There are several health hazards associated with open burning, like respiratory issues, eye and skin irritation, cancer risk due to exposure to toxic fumes, and sometimes the children, elderly or pregnant women are most vulnerable due to open burning. Why open burning happens? It may be due to the lack of waste collection and disposal infrastructure, cost effectiveness and easy for individuals and a small community to handle it, lack of awareness of public and environmental risk concern, absence or weak enforcement of different environmental laws. Next, what should be done? Alternative should be sought out to open burning, and it may be followed strictly. Waste segregation at source should be implemented. Recycling of plastics, metals and paper should be there. Composting of earning part of the waste should be done. Waste to energy technology should be followed, and proper incineration and emission control should be there. Role of government and communities. As far as the government responsibility is concerned, enforce regulation banning open burning and illegal dumping of waste, provide reliable and sufficient waste collection and disposal infrastructure, launch awareness campaign to make people aware about health and environmental dangers of open burning, develop and implement integrated waste management plans including segregation, recycling and safe disposal, train municipal workers and support the integration of informal waste collector into formal systems, monitor, regulate and penalize violation to ensure compliance with anti-burning laws. As far as the role of community is concerned, they should cooperate and help in segregation process. They should separate waste as source and hand it over to the people coming to collect and take it to the further process. Avoid burning, because they should refrain from burning waste and report missed collection. Participation, engage in awareness program and cooperate with local authorities. Adopt alternatives, use safer disposal method instead of burning, and as there is a concept of think globally and work locally, and it should be followed so that the waste going out of the premises should be minimized. The case study of Brazil. CRISIL investigated PM2.5 and black carbon level in residential neighborhood on the outskirts of Londrina district of Brazil using both fixed and mobile monitoring, and included a public survey on waste management practices. While fixed site black carbon concentration were lower than downtown, PM2.5 level were higher. Mobile monitoring revealed sharp PM2.5 and black carbon spike, highlighting spatial variability linked to municipal solid waste burning. Survey results showed 87% of the residents observed weekly waste burning near their homes. Key reasons cited include habits, which was 54%, and impatience with waste collection delays, which was 67%, despite the availability of municipal services. The study recommends local awareness campaigns, educational efforts, incentive for waste segregation, and strict enforcement to curb open burning. This graph shows the time series of black carbon and PM2.5 measured conducted on 22 June 2017, along with observation of waste burning and exhaust plume from the truck. Next case study is of Nepal. Das et al. 2018 estimated that 7,400 tons of MSW were burned in 2016 across 5 municipalities in Nepal, Kathmandu Valley, 3 times higher than government estimates. Survey experiments were used to assess burning practices and waste composition, while emissions were calculated using literature-based factors. The burning released significant pollutants including 55 tons of PM2.5, 60 tons of PM10, 25 tons of black carbon, 5 tons of SO2, 19.2 tons of NOx, and 11,900 tons of CO2 per year, contributing to serious health and climate impacts. The study highlighted the need for better waste segregation and collection to reduce such emissions. As far as India is concerned, Ramaswamy et al. 2016 examined that 3 Delhi neighborhoods of varying socio-economic status to understood the social and infrastructure driver for MSW burning. Burning rates varies from 130 km square per day in low income to 30 km square per day in high income areas, though differences existed even among well-serviced areas. Interviews showed that waste handler knew about health risks of MSW burning but saw it was a low priority due to other challenges. Both waste handlers and household has limited awareness of legal bans. The study highlights the need for both proper infrastructure and community involvement to effectively reduce MSW burning. Now the question is, will open waste burning become India's largest air pollution source? Sharma et al. 2021 mentioned that India continues to exceed air quality standard for particulate matter and benzene, while indoor air quality has declined due to a shift from kerosene and biofuels to LPG. Residential fuel use remain the top pollution source. Notably, under 10% of households using cow dung for cooking contribute around 50% of residential PM 2.5 emissions. If current trend continues, biofuel use may phase out by 2035. Emission from power, heat and industry are expected to drop due to renewable energy policies. However, open waste burning emissions remain unchanged from 2010 to 2020, and without stronger waste management policies could become India's largest pollution source by 2035. These insights also apply to other global south countries facing similar challenges. These are the figures from Sharma et al. 2021, where share in 2015 residential sector PM 2.5 is shown. The future without open burning. First is cleaner cities, healthier lives, because it will drastically improve urban air quality. No smoke plume in slums or rural areas. Zero one waste management, 100% waste segregation at source in household and markets. Advanced waste to energy plant in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities, and local composting units converting organic waste into soil nutrients may lead to zero waste burning or zero burn waste management. Next, by our committee and workers, the future without overburning can be achieved. The integration of informal waste picker into formal system with livelihood security, community-run material recovery facility in every ward can help in that. Smart and transport governance can also help. Real-time quality sensors in neighborhood with public dashboard, AI-based waste tracking apps linked to municipal collection schedules, strict enforcement of anti-burning laws with penalties and awareness. Behavior changes also can help very much. Environmental education in every school curriculum, public pride in sustainable practices, no burn, no harm movement can be run. These are the references which were taken in this lecture, and it will be helpful for further reading also. So, thank you. From this, I am completing the overburning aspect, and thereafter I will, in the next two lectures, I will be covering incineration as well as landfilling. Thank you all.